Welcome back to episode 40 of Working on a Title. I'm Carson Custer,
And I'm in a different place.
and Michael is in a different place, and I have a different camera webcam. I'm just using my phone as a webcam because I thought it would be fun to try.
Yeah,
And
I'm
my
still
headset just chimed in, letting me know my battery is low. Uh,
sucks.
that's okay. I will find a cord. I have a cord in here. One sec. Okay.
I believe we're so professional. We're a professional organization. Anyway,
I have
my
to
name is
mention it
Michael
every time.
Douglas,
And I'm here too now. I've been here.
and Carson is back.
Yeah,
This
very
time it
quickly.
wasn't his mother that interrupted; it was himself.
It was myself. There'll always be something. I had to find a micro USB cord because my headset chimed in going battery low. So I had to find the All right, I'm finding it. Hold on.
You
I
got it.
can't hear anything.
He's got it.
All right, we're back.
So how's your day?
It's going. First day of classes, I worked cuz I don't really have any like physical classes I have to go to. It's all online, but even today I don't have any virtual classes to attend. It's all asynchronous for today. So I went
Nice.
to work for 3 hours, and then I am gonna start after this. I'm gonna start an assignment I have for my psychology class that I'm taking. So it's seems like there's gonna be a lot. It's a little overwhelming, but you know we'll get it. We'll get it.
We'll get there. We'll get
So
there.
how about you? How about you?
I've done nothing today. I don't have any classes till 6. I should work on my asynchronous class because I have one class that's fully asynchronous. Um, but I'm lazy,
I
so
get that. It's
uh, yeah.
it's tough. It's
It's
tough. It's
tough to adjust back,
yeah. No, for sure. It's tough to to come back to a to like for doing nothing for so long to then come back and then expect yourself just to get into it
Yeah.
because I know for me there was like a good not too long ago there was like a good 3 or 4 days in a row um where I'd wake up, I'd get on my computer, I'd be in front of my computer for 8-10 hours and I go to bed. Like it was that for a few days straight just because I had nothing to do and I was playing just games
Yeah.
entire time.
Like I wanted to go to the gym every day over break, but because like, what else can I do? But no, I would get up, I'd eat, I'd sit down in front of my computer. That's
Yeah.
it. That's my whole day.
I it's like but yeah, I mean it's like what else do you do right now? It's like that's
But
kind of
yeah,
I mean and I think another thing is like it's okay, because I feel like some people will guilt people for playing games or whatnot. It's like, oh, you play games all day. And it's like same people are saying that, the same people who watch Netflix all day,
hmm
or same
hmm
people who read a book all day. Like it really, I don't think people should hobby shame, because I feel like that happens.
that was the thing. So I don't have a Tumblr,
Hmm.
but I watch get like I'm on Reddit on r/Tumblr,
Yeah.
which gives you like the most popular posts from Tumblr and not just like some random shit that some 14-year-old posted. Um, but like there was something that was said there that was like, uh, people shame you for playing video games and then go read a book for 12 hours a day. Like it's the same, like wasting time using entertainment, but like this a book seems so much more important, seems so much
Yeah.
more smart than playing video games. But
And,
it's I don't know.
and I don't think it is, It's like, because you can get the same sort of stories out of a game that you can from a book.
hmm hmm
And they can, because like I finished games before and it makes you think. Like the stories or whatever, like the themes brought up will make you go like, huh, like this is something to talk about. This is something to have a conversation about. And I feel like people get that through books. And I don't know, maybe because books, I really don't know what it is. It's just like a weird stigma. It's probably just what people see like surface level of games is like Call of Duty, like Minecraft, and just how a lot of people I think it's brainless, where you're just kind of pressing buttons.
I
Um,
think even with Call of Duty, there's this aspect of getting better and like using those it's reaction time. It's all brain reaction time. Unless you're just not good, then you just if you're
And
just like
fuck you, you're
really really
wasting your
bad, you're
time.
wasting your damn time. No, who's really wasting the time? The damn people on Twitch, but also the insurrection that happened in Washington D.C.
That was wild.
That was wild.
Isn't that crazy?
That was crazy. 2021, man. Let's give up.
And I honestly like it. I just don't get it. I don't
Oh,
get how anyone
we're
would
not a
do
political
that.
podcast. We've done one politics heavy podcast, I think,
Yeah, it was
with your boy
Simon, my
Simon,
boy, my boy Simon. You
and that was
know,
fun.
yeah,
But this is a topic that like it's hard to talk about because oh my god, that was blatant terrorism and
yeah,
treason on behalf of our current president, which
yeah,
is that's fun. You love when the president commits treason against his own country.
yeah.
Great.
It's it's shocking how many people like defend it too.
Yeah.
It
And like
it's
if you
insane.
thought that would have changed anybody's viewpoints, people immediately came out and said it was Antifa.
Yeah,
Which I
yeah,
don't know if you know this.
yeah,
Antifa is not a fucking organization.
yeah,
It's an ideology.
yeah. It's been crazy because especially like here, it's like I don't wanna. I'm not gonna get into it too much. It's like I'm in a house where opinions are divided, and I really just like I, all I will say is I just it's pathetic, like defending it and what happened. It and some people are comparing it, be like, oh, like when the Black Lives Matter movement was going on, no one was complaining about those, and it's like, well, that's
That's way
basic
different.
human rights were being questioned.
There's this
You
whole
lost, like,
the
you know,
Black Lives Matter should have never come into the argument
yeah, it
of
shouldn't.
is this good or bad? Because Black Lives Matter was a totally different movement for a totally different reason. This is a movement they were trying to either A, kidnap or B, kill our senators and congressmen and
Yeah,
House representatives.
it, it. I
A
don't
lot of
know.
them committed felonies
Well, yeah,
and um and treason.
yeah.
Like there was a guy who uh stole Nancy Pelosi's mail, which if you don't know, mail stealing is a felony.
That's like is that like a federal crime?
It's a felony. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You can get
And someone took like the podium, her
yeah,
podium.
someone took the fucking podium and let's try to
He was
sell it.
he was arrested
Yeah. But a
in
lot of people who
Florida.
have been in the like viral pictures have been arrested.
It's good.
But
Like
like that there's so many more and
I saw one. It was this was really funny. I saw one guy. He was on some sort of news station, and he was like, we're fighting for our country. We're the fucking patriots and shit. He's screaming and going on, and then he's, and then at the very end of his his nonsense, his word vomit, he's like, and if you've seen my daughter, I can't find her.
oh my god.
He brought his kid
Yeah,
to this
yeah.
thing and lost his kid. He flew across the country with his child. Like, yeah, also, he's not from Washington, D.C. He flew across the country
With his
to come to
child.
this with his child and lost his child.
Fucking idiot.
That,
Idiot.
like, I just don't know how you can do.
Yeah. Two
I don't
Capitol
get it.
Police were killed. 3 protesters killed.
Yeah, man.
So which is significantly less than Black Lives Matter. I believe there was a good amount of people killed in Black Lives Matter. But I don't remember. No police, I don't think.
I don't know.
But
I mean, I don't want to say anything that I don't
yeah.
really like have definitive like information. I don't want to be, like
Yeah, but
mistalk or like
to be
misguide
fair to
people.
that like statistic, there was many more Black Lives Matter protests than this one
Yeah.
insurrection, which is this is an act. It was an act of terrorism, and it was not Antifa. You dumb fucks on Facebook. I had an argument with a woman last week that she was like, "This is all Antifa's fault," because she commented on my mom's post that was like, believe what you want to believe, but this is just all Antifa's fault, and they already identified it. No, they haven't. Nobody hasn't
Yeah.
identified. Antifa's not a fucking. It's not like Anonymous or QAnon or MAGA where they have actual like it's an actual organization. It's fucking. It's a ideology the same way being a
Yeah.
Democrat, Republican, or liberal is.
Yeah.
Or
It, it's the hot word to throw around, you know? It's the buzzword. You say
I
it, they'll all
mean,
hop on.
I'm Antifa. I hope you're Antifa. Because
Yeah.
all Antifa means is
I'm not actually I'm
anti-fascist.
actually the president.
I'm actually
I
sovereign
started
citizen.
it.
Because all Antifa means is anti-fascism, which is
Yeah.
a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate arguing with. I'm gonna come off kind of mean. I hate arguing with ignorant people and Republicans
I hate
because
arguing about politics in general. I
yeah,
Well, because most of the time it never goes anywhere. You know, you talk yourself in circles with the person, and neither person wants to budge on how they
yeah,
feel.
that's kind of what happened in this argument over Facebook. I
Well,
tried
that
to
was your
argue.
first mistake.
That was my first mistake. I never get into Facebook arguments, but I was like, I'm bored, so I did it. She works at this college too. The person that I got.
Yo, you're gonna dox her.
Dox her.
No.
I'm not gonna say what it is though. There's too many faculty to find out.
Yeah.
But I listed all these. So I use facts when I argue. If it's over the internet, if it's not over the internet, and I don't know the facts. I just kind of I don't try to argue. But I listed a bunch of facts like, oh, going a bit limp there.
It's okay. I accidentally hit him and he went. But it's fine. I'm listening. Continue. Sorry, I hit my microphone, everyone. We're all good. It's fine.
But I started the argument like blank, or I'm gonna call her M. Antifa's not an organization. They have no money. They have no backing. There's no Antifa members. But do you know who are? Do you know who does have an organization? The Proud Boys, QAnon, MAGA, everyone there who was protesting against this. Like they're an organization, and Antifa is not. And then she came back with some shit, and I was like, she eventually got to a part where she was like, oh, she said this fucking thing. She was like, I said he was an arguably disaster for president, and she was like, he's the best president you will ever have. I'm like,
Huh.
For who, motherfucker?
That's
like,
fun.
I don't think he's done good.
Yeah.
Yes, but he's
It's
done
the things
more
that
bad.
he's like. It's the things that have come in wake of him. You know, it's he can. Fuck. Okay, if he did good things for our economy, it's like that's fucking great. But like, if 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 he's caused like this divide, then like what the I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
You know?
it was like talking to a brick wall, man.
Yeah, that's
That's how
that's
it
what
is.
politics talk usually is.
My favorite line of it though was
In here.
okay, we'll start from here. M, if you cross the street, if you see me walking the other way, just say so. Don't.
We had to cut it there. He actually used real names.
Yeah, I used a real name.
So we had to. Well, we had to a little
Don't
snip
dox
snap.
anybody. I mean,
Yeah.
no one deserves to be doxed.
Yeah, on our world renowned podcast. Actually, Yeah, I'll wait. I have a funny story. I'll tell you afterwards because it's it, I don't think. Yeah, I should. We'll talk
Should
about it
you?
afterwards. Yeah, yeah. It was specifically brought up to me, and I wanted to tell you, but it should be brought up after the podcast because
Okay,
it's very funny. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing bad. It's just a funny story that is meant to be kept off the podcast.
that's
Which
fair.
I don't know why I brought it because I thought of it now and I was like, I need to tell Michael. And then I talked and I was like, shit,
Don't
I
know
need
why
to
you brought it
wait.
up.
Because
So yeah,
because now everyone's gonna be like, what
what was
is
the
it? Oh my god,
story?
now we can
But just
use
tell a different funny
hashtag
story.
super secret stories.
Just tell a different funny story.
Okay, different funny story. So there was one time I was walking, okay. I was taking a walk, okay?
Mm-hmm.
True story.
True story.
I just want to preface that. This is a true story.
Oh, those never end well.
I was taking a walk down the street and my shoelace was untied. So I
Whoa,
bend down.
whoa,
I gotta tie my shoe.
whoa.
Next thing I know,
Yeah.
a bunch of kids start coming up to me. They start pissing on me.
Oh my God,
They were
pissing
all
on
on
you?
bikes.
They were riding bikes and pissing on you?
Yeah, at the same time.
Whoa.
You know, I stand up. I'm like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
look at me and they go, what are you gonna do about it? And I go, take me. And they took me to their leader. See.
Okay. That got
and
weird.
so yeah, so they have this ring of kids and they go around, they pee on people who are tying their shoes.
Specifically tying their shoes.
Yeah, all these kids in my
Brian, it's
neighborhood, they
been
got
2 weeks. I need to pee right
they got a
now.
piss ring.
They just hold their pee in.
Yeah, so that's my story.
That's very funny. I like the
It
story a
wasn't.
lot.
It was really bad. That was my best attempt at thinking of something, and it ended up with my neighborhood kids, or my
Peeing on you.
neighborhood kids, the neighborhood kids having a pee gang.
God. But that would be something kids would do. Honestly,
A
kids
pee
are fucking
gang?
feral.
Go around. You're walking your dog, a bunch of kids come by, pee on you.
I wouldn't fucking. They've done
Remember the
worse.
name. The pee gang was here.
Just that's fucking funny. So yeah, we're
So-
back. I'm back at school.
So yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in this week.
We're just gonna
No.
start over. No,
We're just gonna start over. Let's start again. Welcome back, guys. No. Yeah, Michael's back at school. I'm
back at school.
home.
Yeah, he's Carson's in the same place.
I'm in the same place. Different. We talk different. Fuck. I'm using my freaking. Yeah, cool, right?
That's pretty cool.
Shit.
I mean,
Look
like
at
we talked
shit.
about.
I can go like this, you know.
Whoa,
Shit.
miss ankle it. Got it?
That's fine.
It's so hot in this room.
That's it.
I have my window open. You see that? I
I
have my
do.
win. The heater in here. I have it like as far down as it can go, and it just boils this room.
Yeah.
So I'm either
Damn.
freezing my ass off or boiling. I
Dang,
hate it.
man.
I
My
also
room
hate the
gets really hot.
food here.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. You've been eating. How was the
I'm
first
eating-
meal back?
Terrible. It was so bad.
Man, I had shrimp for lunch today.
Good for you,
Shrimp.
Mr.
That was
Bougie ass shrimp. What do you eat for dinner? Lobster? Dickhead.
I don't know. I don't know what I'll have for dinner. Actually, who knows if I'll have dinner?
Chicken nuggets.
I haven't been eating much recently. I'm
Eat.
okay. I'm okay, but I just like. I don't know. I don't get hungry.
Yeah, that's what happened with me too. When I was at home, I would eat like once a day.
Yeah.
A big breakfast or a lunch, really, and then nothing.
And it's like I should eat more. I need to. But like, man, it's so hard. It's so hard.
So hard to eat.
It's so hard to eat. God, there's so much food in the world. And it's so hard to choose. And it's just really difficult for me. It's been really hard recently. Just like, just picking food to eat. And it's like, there's all this food here. I can't. I can't. I just can't, guys. I'm sorry. If you can't tell, we don't know what to talk about.
We have no idea what to talk about.
So
This is a
yeah.
very low key episode. Of the
Okay,
podcast.
I here's a fun little thing. I went to Julia's last night, and we were going to play Stardew Valley, and
That's a fun game.
yeah, we've been playing it a lot recently. It's really fun, and I got my Switch Pro controller out. I put it on my lap, and I'm like, oh, I need to go do something. I need to go pick something up, or I need to like set something up. I stand up. I forgot it was on my lap. It crashes to the ground. Okay, I've dropped this controller a few times already. It's usually fine. I pick it up. We go to start playing. I press the left trigger. It doesn't work. And I'm like, huh, left trigger is just not working. So I reset. I try a bunch of stuff. It just won't work. I've had this thing for not very long. Got it like towards the beginning, like end of summer. So like I haven't had it too long. And so I was like, okay, I got like a toolkit with a bunch of screw heads in it and like a screwdriver, like a really nice kit. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna open it up and see if I can fix it. One of the screws is stripped. I can't get into it. I used the same. I found the head that works. I was using it. It was working on most of the screws. Then there are two on the bottom left hand and right hand handles that the screwdriver is too. It's not thin enough going. Yeah, those. It's not thin enough to go far enough in there to reach the screw. So I can't get to those two. And then there's one where I was doing it and then it stripped. I have no idea why it stripped. No idea. I used the same one for several of the screws and it worked. And then that one, it stripped.
It just feels like the week of broken things. Because my mouse, this is my mouse. This is the Model O from Glorious. It broke. It doesn't work on my laptop. I don't know if it's broken, but it just does not work on my laptop anymore. It worked when I had it at home. And then I plugged it in and it was like, we don't know what drivers are coming from this. So I ordered a new mouse. I ordered the wireless one. So I was like, fuck it.
I literally like last night couldn't do it. I was on Amazon. I'm like this close to ordering myself a new Pro controller.
Yeah, like I don't fucking give a shit.
I hate when my stuff breaks. I hate it because I'm someone who's extremely particular about my stuff in general.
Yes.
Where like I hate when people touch my shit. I hate it. It bothers me so much. And so like whenever something like breaks, I like last night, like I felt bad because I knew the second this wasn't working, it was going to affect my time with Julia the entire time. Which, luckily though, we were able to like once I got into Stardew Valley, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
But then the second we stopped, I thought about it. Like I got home last night at like 2:30 in the morning. I came back. I got back in my room. I turned the light on. I started working on my controller at 3 in the morning. And I was so mad. And then I laid in bed and I was on Amazon and I was this close to purchasing a controller. I haven't yet, but I'm pretty sure after this I'm going to buy the controller.
Yeah, that I'm the same fucking way. Like I've had this control. This is my control I use for my PC. This is the Xbox 360. I got it. It's a limited edition purple controller and it's perfectly suited for me. It feels good. I've adjusted a little things to make it feel better for me. And if anyone fucking breaks it, if I break it, I'd cry because they don't like exist anymore.
Yeah.
And
luckily mine, I don't have any like exclusive control. The only controller I'd be really upset if I ever broke was I have a GameCube controller, an original GameCube controller that I've had, so like that came with the console that I've used forever. And if that ever broke, I'd be really upset.
Yeah.
I'd probably try fixing it if it broke.
If anyone who buys me presents listens to this, Cat.
I know he comes in here. It's like I open the door and he just stares at me and he rubs and I'm like, come on, man, come here. He won't come here.
If anyone who listens to who gets gifts for me, never get me any peripherals, ever. Like any gaming peripherals or knives. Don't buy me knives. Cat. But like I'm so particular about my gaming peripherals. Like these headphones, I had to take like 3 weeks to be able to find out which like length I like them at, and then I never touch them again. Or because I'm using this mouse right now. This is the one we got from our program.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I hate
You
it
hate it?
so
I
much.
like mine a lot.
I like it, but I don't like it for my primary mouse. It's a little bit too heavy for me, and the clicks are
They're loud.
they're loud as fuck. I'm not about it.
I know everyone hears me when I'm in class because when I'm in class, I don't use this microphone because I don't like to. I know when I click around in class, everyone hears my clicks.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't care. I do not care.
Like I was in last year or last semester, I was in a programming class, and the whole room's quiet except for the professor like going through everything, and I had the mouse out and I was dragging it around the table, so it made like the plastic on wood sound, and then I like every click was just echoing through the room. I was like, oh my god.
Embarrassing myself.
But yeah, don't buy me peripherals if you're listening.
See, I'm
I,
not like when I say I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
I was like, I have all glorious stuff, glorious PC Master Race, PC Gaming Race. This is their compact keyboard with Gator greens, which is the heaviest keycap or key switch, and they're fucking so good, so good. And then I have like the wrist rest. I have their mouse pad, and I just bought another mouse from them. That's all I use because these have been like my favorite. Like I've used Reds like MX Reds switches, which if you don't know about mechanical keyboards, they're like the default switch for people getting into mechanical keyboard stuff. But I didn't like them. I didn't like them at all. So I tried out. I bought like a little switch pack thing, which they send you. They send you a bunch of different switches, so you can try them out. And I really like the heaviness of the Gator green, so I bought them, and now I have Gator greens, which feel great when typing and aren't like super mushy, and give me a nice click and a tactile. It's just so good. The Reds were just so smooth, dude.
See, I'm like I'm particular about my stuff. I'm just particular like as in if something breaks, I get really like just I get like dumbly invested in it where
Yeah.
I'm just like I can't believe like I'm like I think about it way too much. And I also just like when other people are touching my thing, I'm very like, okay, just like use it like this, be very careful. Don't like, okay. And like I wipe down my stuff. Like I'm like I try to keep stuff very clean. But when it comes to that, like for Christmas, I was like, I need a new mouse pad. I went on Amazon, I found the cheapest black mouse pad I could find. Boom, new mouse pad.
Nope.
I like yeah, no,
That's not me.
I'm not particular at all. I before the mouse we got through our program, like I love mine. I got a nice pink mouse. Before the one we got in our program, I was using a wireless Logitech mouse that I've been using 6+ years. I use the same one and like it's on yeah, I'm not particular about I just I've never been very particular about my setup. My setup's very small. I don't have a lot of space in my room. So, like my friend just sent me the other night, he got a new desk. And it's like he got this nice minimal white top. He's got his monitor set up. He has a TV. It's like he has an awesome setup.
Mhm.
He just got it all set up the other night and he sent it to me and I was like, that is incredible. Like it looks so good. All my friends have these kind of setups and then mine is just like the most like just not great setup ever. Like I'm using like my phone. I'm using a phone as a webcam. I
It's
don't.
arguably better than the other webcam you have.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is
it's
your
better. I mean, it's better
computer.
than the integrated webcam we have
Yeah.
because I mean, phone cameras are just they're pretty good. I mean, it's not like the best quality, but
Or using the front camera or the back camera?
back camera's better.
I was gonna
Um,
say.
so because I did use the front camera when I was first doing it, so because I could like see what was going on the other, but then
Mhm.
I was like, oh, the quality drops significantly.
Yeah.
So
Like I'm not particular about a lot of things. Like I said, gaming peripherals and knives. Because those are two things you need a very like for me, I need a very specific feeling with.
yeah.
And if I don't have those feelings, then I'm not gonna be like
If Michael doesn't have those feelings, he's not going to
I'm
pursue
not
it.
gonna be comfortable, you know.
He's not going to pursue it
I'm
if
not
he
gonna be at
doesn't
the
have those
top of my
feelings.
game.
Exactly. If he can't give you his best, he can't give himself his best.
Exactly. That's why I bought this $110 keyboard that weighs a good amount and is amazing. And that's why I bought this $15 mouse pad.
Dude, I feel like we shout out so many brands. We need to start being like, listen, fucking give
If
us
you
a sponsor.
glorious, if you send us something, send me something. I have no idea what I'd actually want. But if you do send me something, um,
Hey,
we can shout you out again.
we can. Hey, I'm willing to. I'm
You
willing to
know,
shell out. I just, we're gonna need a little something, something in return.
something. Like maybe
Yeah.
half off of the mouse I just bought.
Maybe like free. I don't know.
That was an expensive mouse. I bought the wireless version because like I hate cords so much.
Yeah.
I have like this is my keyboard cord. I used to
Mhm.
plug it in. The only thing I hate about this keyboard is it's USB micro. It's micro USB.
Oh, that's bad.
And that's icky.
That
Like,
is gross.
give me a USB-C keyboard.
Do these laptops have micro USB?
No, it's a micro USB to USB.
Oh, okay. So the
So-
micro USB plugs into the.
Yeah, if you look on the back of this, it's
Okay.
micro USB. But like it's icky. And like give me a USB-C. Can't be that hard.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know. He's walking around. He's all excited. Now that I have this different camera angle, you can actually see my cat when he's in my room.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out. He likes to do that, but yeah, man, I don't know. I hate when my shit breaks so much. It makes me so mad.
I spent like half an hour last night trying to figure out why my mouse wasn't working, and I was like, "Fuck it."
We had very similar experience. I think we had the same timeline last night.
Mine was a significant amount earlier, but
yeah,
pretty much
both
the same
had
timeline.
like shit break. It's the worst.
It's
And
the
you know what's so
worst.
bad about it too? Is that it's just the left trigger on my controller. Meaning it works fine. The controller works great. It's a really comfortable pro controller. But if the left trigger doesn't work, and so it has a thing on it. There's a button on the bottom of it. You can reprogram the buttons. Where if you hold it down, it goes into program mode. And then what you do is you tap the button you want to reprogram, and then you tap another button on your controller, and it will map it to
But
a
you
different
can't
thing.
tap the left trigger.
So it has these buttons on the bottom. They're called advanced gaming buttons, is what they call them.
Yeah, the ones on the back, right?
Yeah, they're on the back. Yeah, you can get in there.
Just fucking,
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I could remap it. And as I'm doing it, I realize I need to press the left trigger to remap the left trigger. So I'm just stuck. There's nothing I can do.
Nothing you can do.
It really sucks. I'm really upset about it.
I don't know what would cause that. Maybe
It
like
was $40.
the spring popped out. It's a $40 controller. Oof. That's actually
Pro
not
control-
bad for a controller.
Oh, for a pro controllers are usually. I bought a Power A. Power A licensed, like a third party controller, but it's like licensed by Nintendo, so it's like good product. And pro controllers normally are around $70,
That's the JoyCons fucking pissed me off.
$80,
$80 for two of them, right?
two of them, and they drift.
And they drift.
They will start
mine
drifting.
drift.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I fucking hate it because like I'm playing Galaxy and then you stop for a second and it goes. And Mario's like, I'm gonna go over here. Keep going.
Yeah. I have a purple and orange pair that I have dedicated. I bought them as like, okay, this is my last pair of Joy-Cons. I gotta make them. I hardly use them. And when I do use them, I only use them on games that don't require crazy stick motion.
Yeah.
So because I have two pairs of Joy-Cons, like a gray pair and a red and blue pair that just drift uncontrollably.
I want to know what causes that. It's got to be like some membrane that just wears down.
I heard it was some sort of like material they use under the stick. It's like a graphite, and the more you use it, it'll like grind up that material, and then the little particles are left under there, like in the sensor, and it
Mhm.
sets off the.
So there's
the
just a
stick.
bunch of fucking mechanical lead pencil in my mind.
Yeah, it's a mechanical lead pencil.
I
Oh, I
was
see your
gonna,
problem. You used 0.7.
should have been 0.2.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Motherfuckers who
like,
use something other than 0.5 or 0.7 millimeter um, lead are crazy.
yeah, yeah. I think
Like
0.7 should
there's
be what
some
you use.
0.07 is
Yeah,
that's the ticket.
0.07. Yeah, that is the ticket lead size. But
It feels good, but fucking
yeah, it's kind of crazy that they cut corners with that. Probably to save on price, make
and
the
it's still
Switch cheap.
$80.
Yeah,
And
and
like
they're still $80.
they brag about their fucking like gyro feel shit. Like that was one of the biggest like advertising things. No one cares about that.
Well, yeah, another thing was HD Rumble. They're like,
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm talking
Joy-Con
about. The HD
has
Rumble.
3 ice cubes in it.
Yeah, like no one gives a shit.
No one cares.
Or like
You know,
there was that fucking that game. There was a game specifically for like the Rumble. That
oh, 1-2 switch.
yeah, it didn't come with a Switch.
Yeah,
Because
it didn't come
fuck
with the
you,
Switch.
right?
It was
But
garbage.
like you'd be able to like balance something in your hand. You could feel the rumble and balance. It's like, no, I don't care. It's not useful for
No.
anything. Like literally anything.
Nintendo will have these gimmicks with their consoles. They'll have these gimmicks. Yeah, they'll have these gimmicks, and they'll use them for like the first 2 games to get people in, I think, and then they just forget it.
It's like the Wii had Wii Fit and not Wii Fit, Wii Sports.
Wii Sports, yeah.
That was it.
Well, it
Also Wii Play.
it used to. I think because it was one of the first times a console had gone crazy with a gimmick, like to that scale. I think there were a lot of games that did use the Wii's motion control gimmick. I feel like a lot of first parties too, like Mario Galaxy, Skyward Sword. I think Twilight Princess for the
But
Wii used
is
it.
that really motion control? Because what it really was going like this. Like you just shook it and then you would spin. That's not motion control.
Skyward Sword was actually when you swung in the direction, it attempted to swing in the same direction. I would say attempted.
Yeah.
Wii Sports Resort. I mean, Mario Galaxy had the pointer, the cursor on the screen.
Yeah, but that was from the sensor, not the motion.
But it still used the gimmick of like
Yeah, the pointer.
pointing that shit.
It was like a fucking laser pointer.
Yeah, a little laser pointer.
You know
on the
what
screen.
did that before it?
What?
Duck Hunt.
That's true. He used the. I don't even know how. I'm sure it's extremely.
It was something. It was with the something with the photons of the TV.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do it now because we don't have the isotube TVs.
Super cool though. Like that's so cool.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, yeah, because then the Wii U came around, and then there was Nintendo Land, and that's about it.
Dude,
They
I don't
used
even
the gimmick.
fucking remember the Wii U. That thing doesn't exist in my mind.
But the problem, the thing that's so unfortunate was the Wii U had so many good games that are now probably all available on the Switch for a good $60.
Yep.
Um,
The Wii U walked so the Switch could run.
it really did.
Like no one would fucking bring out the Wii U in public. You could, but you would never.
I remember one time in high school, I was talking about. I mentioned to someone I was playing the new Smash Brothers and it was on the Wii U because I had a Wii U. I got rid of mine. I really shouldn't have though. I regret getting rid of my Wii U, but I had the Wii U, and I remember bringing up my Wii U to someone, and they looked at me and they're like, "You have a Wii U?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, yeah, I do," because the games are fun. The console was bad, but like a lot of the games they released, like Super Mario 3D World, Smash Brothers 4, or Smash Brothers 4. What else? What else was released in the Breath of the Wild came out at the very end.
That doesn't count. That was just
Kind
launch.
you're right.
That was a launch game for Switch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Which is still a solid game. Still one of the best games on the Switch.
Wind Waker HD. Wind Waker's a fantastic
That's fair.
game.
Any of the Zelda games.
Pikmin 3 came out on the Switch. I mean, on the Wii U.
Isn't that on the Switch now?
Yeah, it's a port, $60. It was $20 on the Wii U. They took it off the Wii U shop and put it on the
What?
Switch
What?
for
Why?
$60.
Nintendo, please.
It was like, yeah, they literally before the game came out, they removed it from the Wii U shop, $20 on there, and then put it on the Switch shop for 60.
Okay, I don't understand what to speak about other consoles because we always speak about Nintendo. I don't understand what Microsoft's doing with any of the new stuff.
Microsoft, if you bought an Xbox, I'm sorry. Like,
Like,
why'd you buy an Xbox?
yeah, I would get a PS5 any day over Xbox.
If you're gonna get an Xbox, save for a PC.
Yeah, honestly.
Or even get like, because you could probably build one for a similar price that would be able to accomplish what you want with an Xbox. You know, if you spend right, if you really like find a build and you are able to like find the parts, get a good deal.
Yeah, and
You
like
know,
that's the thing with a lot. There's a lot of PC gamers that are like, never buy a console. Like everything's on PC, but like let people do what they want to do. If they don't want to go through the process of researching and shit, then let them buy a console. But don't buy a fucking Xbox.
no,
Buy
it's
a PS5. It's gonna have all the good games, and you're gonna cry you don't have those games with Xbox.
yeah,
And you know what? If you want the Xbox exclusives, they're on PC.
they're all on PC,
They're
all
all
in the
on
Windows Store.
PC because
Like,
it's Windows. Unless you
yeah,
use Linux, then fuck you.
yeah, and if you're
pretentious.
saying Halo Infinite is literally on Steam.
Yeah,
I think
it's
there's a Steam
on
page
Steam.
for it.
There's a Steam
Yep,
page for it.
it's on Steam.
They're not even just on Microsoft Store now. They're on Steam. I bought Horizon Zero Dawn
Yeah,
on
on
Steam.
Steam. Oh, that was a PS4 exclusive that became.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just brought up a exclusive only specific to PlayStation
Yeah,
that I
that's
thought was
on
Xbox.
PC now.
It's on all fucking Xbox has
Some of
for
them trickle
exclusives
over. Some of the
is
PS4 ones will trickle over, but Xbox, they're all on here.
they're all on here.
The only one time you really need a console is like if you want to play a Nintendo game. And then again, you could just wait and emulate it.
Someone will eventually make a ROM of it.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo will do a DMCA
Yeah.
and fucking take down.
I think there are Breath of the Wild. There is a Wii U emulator, and I think you can emulate Breath of the Wild.
Just
now.
play Genshin Impact.
Just play. Yeah, you're right. Just play Genshin
Play
Impact.
Genshin
It's
Impact.
free.
It is free.
free.
I want to play that, but I'm like at the same time I don't want to get into a game like that.
I have it installed. I played a few seconds of it and then never touched it again.
It doesn't work on the internet here, so we love that.
Well, I see that in Ethernet. You got to hook up your Ethernet.
I have it hooked up to Ethernet. Sometimes
doesn't
Steam
work?
doesn't work. Oh my god, I fucking hate it here. The internet sucks. It's
My internet here might not be as fast, but at least it's stable.
at least it works. Yeah. What was I gonna say before that? Fuck. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
He's got it, folks.
Control. Game. What was your game of the year last year?
That's a really hard question because I don't know. I want to say my first gut instinct is to say Ghost of Tsushima because that game had fun gameplay. It was beautiful, and the story ended beautifully. Awesome story. So I'd say that game. I really liked it.
I don't know what games I have from last year.
And I'm so upset I started playing Hades this year because Hades probably would have been my game of the year last year.
Yeah.
Like the Hades
game
rocks.
The game you enjoyed most last year, not necessarily a game that came out last year, game that you enjoyed most last year was
Ghost of
Tsushima. What I was gonna say Genshin Impact. What the fuck?
Genshin Impact, yeah.
For me, it was either Teardown, which did come out last year.
Wow, you like Teardown that much?
Teardown was very, very good.
It was fun. I beat the campaign and it was good.
I think it got to a point where it was a bit hard, but I enjoyed it a lot. Or Stories Untold, which I also played last year. But yeah, I beat the Pedestrian's also great. Like there's a bunch of games, but there's this game that I want to play that everyone like kind of slept on when it came out because I had no idea what it was about. And neither did like anybody. It's called Control.
Yeah.
It
fucking every time. I
God,
just
this,
like
I swear this doesn't happen.
this never
This
happens.
never happened.
This never happens. I'm so sorry.
I'm just nervous. Um, but we're gonna have to wrap it up soon.
Yeah.
But Control is one of the most beautiful and innovative games of 2019 and of 2020. It is fucking incredible, everything you can do in it, and it's such a good story. It's like an RPG, but it's not. It's I really want to play through it. I watched Jesse Cox play some of it, and he's even got like a new horror thing going on with it, and in one of the DLCs.
Mm.
Incredible, incredible.
Yeah.
What was your most slept on game? And then we can wrap it up after this.
Like a game that I played that was slept on that I think more people should have played.
Yeah.
Um, I want to say like Splunky 2.
Spunky 2?
Splunky 2 did not blow up as much as it should have.
That's fair.
I mean, because that Splunky 2 paved the road for that kind of game, those roguelites. You know, it was like one of the first of its kind. It really set the tone for that kind of how that kind of game could go. And the fact the second one came out this year, and I feel like it was not widely talked about,
Mhm.
kind of shocked me. I feel like it's extremely slept on. It's a very fun game. You'll find yourself starting it and finishing runs within minutes because you die. Um, but literally you press a button, you hit restart, it puts you right back like instantly, and you're back into it. And the progression's like relatively fast. Like it's really good, very fast paced game.
Yeah, I heard it's really good. I don't think it's a game for me, but it's a very cool like game.
I
And
think
I
that's
do
also
agree.
why
It's a very
it's
like
slept on.
roguelike thing.
Is because it's like it's a very niche sort of game. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
It's hard. So
I'm trying to think of what game was a sleeper for me. I had one way back when, but I don't necessarily remember it. Maybe Red Hot Vengeance. It's a free game on Steam. It's like an hour and a half long, but it's like a third person shooter, and kind of like fucking uh, Ruiner, kind of like Ruiner, which is also a very good game. But it's just super fun. It's minimal, super fun, and it's black and white with bright red. Slept on game came out I think last year. It's been a while since I played it, but it's a very 2019 came out 2019. Um, doesn't have that many players. It's yeah, like 2,000 reviews. It's kind of slipped on, but like it's just a solid game for the price, which is nothing. Um,
mhm.
so yeah, that's my slept on game. Carson, what music have you been listening to?
Quite honestly, it's been a lot of I've been listening to the Hades soundtrack. I was playing the game, I was like the soundtrack bops. I looked it up and it 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 rocks. It's so good.
Saw you listening to it the other day.
It's really good. It's a fantastic soundtrack. I highly recommend it. It's just like it mixes like it's like deserty, like kind of sound of music, and then like it like picks up in the middle. It's more like doom-esque,
Mhm.
like heavy metal. It's so good. It's really, really fantastic. So that's what I've been listening to. How about you, Michael?
I'm listening to kind of the same stuff. The Ali and AJ put out 2 new songs, potential breakup song with a swear word in it and slow dancing, which is pretty good.
It's got a cuss word.
It's got a cuss word.
That's insane.
It's good. It's good. But I've been listening to the song over and over again. Sweet Hibiscus Tea by Penelope Scott. Penelope Scott is like she got popular on TikTok. So like that shows you what kind of music it is, kind of. But it's just she's a solid songwriter, and yeah, it's a very like niche indie thing, but also at the same time not indie at all.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Cool.
cool. You have an album
Um,
to recommend?
uh, I don't know. You know what? Like I said, just go listen to Hades music. Go listen to it. It's pretty good. Most of it's really good. Like kind of, it's intense music, but I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
So how about you?
Just studying, just hearing the metal.
I mean, maybe not studying, but like if you're do like for me, I'll be like, I don't know, in the car
Lifting
driving
weights.
around. Dude, driving in the car, listen to Hades music, just like,
Fucking drifting corners.
oh yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm going off in the car. Listen to the Hades soundtrack.
I recommend Junkyard 2 by Penelope Scott because
What happened to the first one?
I don't know. She just doesn't. I don't know. Maybe they turned it into like a condominium or something like that.
Junkyard 2, the sequel.
The sequel, Electric Boogaloo. But thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening to that podcast this week. We really appreciated it this week more than last. And we'll appreciate it even more next week. But you got to keep tuning in.
Or else.
Make sure to smash that like button and press that bell to get all the notifications.
Subscribe down below if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Spotify, give us a heart. Give it the heart.
If you listen this far,
follow.
leave a comment on YouTube and say, "The Junkyard 2 was my favorite film of 2020."
We'll keep out for that.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Bye.